Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to install or how to get the metrics from pfSense and display them in Grafana. And what we're going to be using is a InfluxDB database. So you should have, when you log into unRAID, this apps tab. If you don't, just Google search community apps and how to install that in unRAID, and I can maybe make a video at some point in the future how to do that. So when you click here, this app section, in the top right, you're going to have a search window, and in here you're going to type in influx. Okay, it should start populating it for you, and it's going to be the first one, just InfluxDB. All right, I'm going to click that, and I'll have an install button. I'm going to click install, and this is what it's going to look like. Now, by default, there's no username and password. If you wanted to, you could add it. Actually, here's where this is the port that so 8086 is the port that we're going to be using, and we're going to be programming pfSense to use this port. So just remember this port. If you already are using this port, you can see where the allocations are for it to see which other Docker container is using that. If it's not being used, then feel free to use the default. All right. Now, sorry, I mentioned about the username and password. So if you wanted to add a username and password, if you click add another here, you can click variable here, and you'll have to look it up. I forget what the exact environment variable is for doing this, but the name doesn't really matter. It's more this key here that's going to matter. So you can type in the key that you want for username, password, DB, whatnot. All right. And you can give it a description if you want. And then the value is what it's actually going to be. So if you're putting a username, let's say you want to make it admin, this is where you'd put it. And if you wanted to put a password, this is where you'd put it. But we're going to, for this purpose, for the demonstration purpose, we're not going to put that. So I'm going to click apply. I already have the image downloaded, so my screen might look a little different than yours. But essentially, once you see this command finish successfully, you're good. You can click done. And we're going to move over to my other tab for pfSense. Now with pfSense, we need to install a plugin. The plugin's called Telegraf. So at the top left, we're going to go to the System tab, the first tab there. We're going to go to Package Manager, and we're going to go to Available Packages. Now, in the available packages, we'll do a search for telegraf, spelled with an F at the end, and we'll click Install and Confirm. Okay, so that's confirmed. We have this green bar at the top, and we have success over here at the bottom in the output. So we're going to go to Services, and we're going to go to Telegraf. Now it's already populated some stuff for me because I had here. This is the autofill from my browser. But you may have to enable this here, Telegraf. You're going to click InfluxDB, and you're going to put in the IP address of your InfluxDB server. So, and then here's the port that I had talked about before. And then we're going to scroll down to the bottom, and we're going to click Save. Okay. Once that's there, we can move over to Grafana. So you should have Grafana installed already. And at the top left, or on the top on the left-hand bar here, we're going to click the little plus button, or hover over the plus button. We're going to say Import. Now there was a dashboard that was created by another user, DRC Stang or Dr. Kustang. I'm sure I'm butchering that, but anyways, he made a good database. It's a little old in the sense of some of the panels aren't supported anymore, but I'll show you how to do that. So we're going to import it. The code is 9806, and we'll click load. Once we do that, I mean, you can keep all the default settings if you want, or rename it and click import. And at that point, we already have data. So what I was saying before about having some panels that are no longer supported, these ones here, memuse, CPU, and load, these are the old gauges, so those are no longer supported. When you click edit and you scroll down, you'll have this button migrate to gauge panel, so the new one. And you'll notice here it says spark lines are not supported. So these lines here are going away. You can keep it for now, but at some point when you upgrade in the future, because it is deprecated, it will stop working. So you'll have to do this eventually. So I just prefer just to do it now. All right, we're going to do that. And back. And the last one. And back. I'm going to go up here at the top, and I'm going to click Save. You can put in notes if you want, and we'll say Save again. Feel free to edit this. So if you want some of these values to be a little bigger, a little smaller, whatnot, whatever your preference is, and you can see all your different data here on all the different metrics of your system. So they should all be working, and at this point you should be good. Feel free to comment if you are having an issue, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you.